Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. This is a very special episode because the breaking news for the Euros. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But before we start the show, I have a very, very important announcement as well. This episode is brought to you by our first product sponsors known as Planet Health. And if you can see what I'm holding right here, it's a product called Midwana. It is the mud pack and rosemary green apple. Very, very good for your skin. Now, of course, if you make your purchase, how you can do it is you can actually look at the website or the link below at the description, and you stand a chance to win cash prizes. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Guys, go for it. Go for it. Give yourself a shot at those cash prizes. So do visit the link in the description below.
Yeah. So Hari, why did you take the start on this? Tell us what's going on.
Awesome, guys. As Ram mentioned, it's a special episode. It's breaking news as the England squad announcement. So Southgate has come out and announced his final squad for the Euros. As you know, he had a provisional squad of 30 players announced last week. He has now trimmed that down to the 26 players that will be going to the Euros for England. So, we're bringing you up to date with the latest breaking news on the Plot Malaysia. So, Ram, why don't we get started with the announcement, man? Start off with the team that's been selected for England at the Euros.
Oh, yes, definitely. I'm going to actually break it down. I'm going to tell you about the goalkeepers. But before I do that, Harry, interesting background. I'm sure you are having a lot. You're very, very happy about Trent Alexander-Arnold.
We will
But
we will speak about this very soon. You know, I've been covering this a lot, man. So yeah, I've got a lot to
yep,
say about it. Yep.
Liverpool fans, what can I tell you? Anyway, moving forward to the Euros, of course, for the England squad, let me actually start with the goalkeepers. So, Gareth Southgate started with three goalkeepers. He has chose three goalkeepers. Dean Henderson, yes, okay, as expected, very well done, very happy with that. We have Sam Johnstone. Wow, he seems to be quite an interesting one as well. And of course, we have none other than Jordan Pickford. How can you not have him in the squad? And what do you think about the goalkeeper, Sari? What do you think about his choice?
I think no surprises there, man. I think this is the area where there were no surprises whatsoever. I think
Mm-hmm.
everyone out there were going to pick these three. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Nick Pope would have definitely gone, but Nick
Yep.
Pope obviously had an injury,
Mm-hmm.
which is a shame because I think he's the best actually of the lot. I'm not a big fan of Jordan Pickford. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's prone to too many mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just Southgate's loyalty because of how he performed in the last World Cup that keeps him in the starting lineup. But I'm not a big fan of his. So, but yeah, I mean, in terms of the goalkeeper selection, no surprises there. I think Dean Henderson without Pope is a second choice. Sam Johnston is really good, actually. He's a very good
Yep.
goalkeeper for West Brom. He's done really
Mm-hmm.
well for West Brom in the Premier League this year. So yeah, I think with Pope not going, he was the obvious choice. So no surprises there whatsoever.
No surprises indeed. Okay, so all of you guys know as well, no surprise. I think it's up to Mark what Gareth Southgate was gonna plan for. Harry, why don't you walk us through the defense of the England squad?
So this is the interesting area, right? So this is where there was a lot of debate on certain positions. We'll first start off with the centre backs that he's gone with. Now, Gareth Southgate, actually, to be honest, we don't know how he's going to play at the Euros because he's in the World Cup. He played with three at the back, very famously. He's been a fan of that, but of late he's gone with two at the back sometimes, three at the back sometimes. So there's a bit of doubt as to how he's going to approach certain games. I think he's going to be a bit flexible with his formation for certain opponents. But I think he's covered himself in a certain way. So he's picked Connor Cody. Connor Cody is a great
Okay.
choice. I think he's a
Yep.
sensational defender for Wolves. He's a captain as well. And he plays
Yep.
in a back three for Wolves. So I think that's interesting. That kind of gives me an indication he might go for a back three for a lot of games, or at least some of the group games. The selection of Connor Cody. He's also
Mhm.
gone with Harry Maguire, so no surprises there. He's the best England have, which is a shame, actually. He's not great, but he's the best that England have. And even
I
United
have to
fans would
agree.
say that.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I'm
I know,
not.
even
I'm not
United fans,
really.
there's no debate, even with United fans on that.
No debate.
He's
Yeah.
then gone with one of my favorite centre backs in the Premier League, English centre backs, Tyrone Mings. I think Tyrone
Oh
Mings is
yeah,
brilliant for
he's
Villa
awesome.
Aram. Yeah, he's solid. He's
Yep.
rock solid at the back, strong
Hmm.
as well, good in the air. And then he's gone with John Stones, the ball playing centre back of the lot. He's had a great season,
Hmm.
Stones. He didn't have a good season last year, but this season he's had a great season. So I think no surprises there as well. I think the only surprise in my opinion, was more so Connor Cody. I did think Tyrone Mings was going to make it. I thought he was going to make it. So Connor Cody is a surprise. But at the same time, he plays in a back three for Wolves. So that gives me an indication that he may opt for a back three, which is why he selected Connor Cody. Now, where the debate is. So I'm going to start with where there's no debate. Left back, no debates. Two, he's picked Ben Chilwell and Luke Shaw. Absolutely no debate,
Yep.
right, Ram? I
No
think it's
debate,
obvious. Luke Shaw has
absolutely.
had a brilliant season. Chilwell has been fantastic for Chelsea, so no
Yep.
issues. Now, right back is where it got interesting. England are spoiled for right backs. Probably some of the best right backs in the world. Kyle Walker was obvious he was going to go. He's the most experienced of the lot. And the good thing about Walker is he can play in a back three. So I think that again indicates that he may use him in a back three at times. So Kyle Walker gets the pick, no surprises. Kieran Trippier is picked. Now, Kieran Trippier is interesting. Southgate is a Kieran Trippier loyalist. So he did him very
Because
well
of
with
the
him.
relationship, because of the relationship they had,
Yeah,
so
great relationship at the
it's,
World Cup.
yep.
Trippier did well that World Cup, obviously, but also he's had a good season with Atletico Madrid winning the league as well. So I think,
Yep.
I mean, no surprises there. I think he was probably going to go with him. Now the two other right backs, everyone thought it was going to be a fight out between the two. I'm glad he's picked both of them. Reece James had a fantastic season with Chelsea. Was outstanding in the final against Raheem Sterling. He's got good pace, strong at the back. Is used to playing in a back three as well as a wing back. Again, really interesting. It kind of indicates he's going to go with that back three formation. And then, of course, the player that everyone thought was going to be left out, and that would have been criminal. It would, for me, have said that Southgate is not good as a manager. He's not good enough. I still don't think he's good enough, but it would have clearly said he's not good enough. He's not an adventurous manager, and he doesn't back his players. But thankfully, I think under pressure, but he's picked Trent Alexander-Arnold, this man. He is the best they have. In my opinion, as a ball-playing right back, he's the best. He's different. Reece James is an athletic right back. Trent is a playmaker right back. I don't think there's a playmaker right back anywhere in the world like Trent. He can play long passes, cross-field balls, take free kicks, play passes into the strikers to the feet, in the air as well, and some longer balls as well. So I think brilliant decision to pick Trent, and I'm really glad he selected Trent. How about
But
you, Ram?
I'm a bit disappointed he left out Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought Wan-Bissaka had a really good season as well with United, and I think he deserved a fair chance to also be part of the squad. So my only disappointment is
I
that,
think no surprises there because there were four really good right backs.
yeah.
Wisaka, I think, compared to them, was not going to get in. Good defensively, doesn't offer the same output in an attacking sense. So
I would have rather, Wan-Bissaka than Trippier anytime, if you ask me. So
maybe so, because if they want to go defensive in certain games, I agree with that. But I think, like I said, Southgate is a big fan of Trippier, which is why he's taken him. Cool. Why didn't you cover the midfield, Ram?
okay, so moving forward to the midfielders, of course, these are the heart of people, that could possibly make or break a game. Some of them good playmakers and so on and so forth. So getting right into it. Interestingly enough, no surprises. Mason Mount was picked. Although I think one of us, or was it me, in the previous episode that we did, I chose to leave him out, but Gareth Southgate picked him on. We have
Rightfully so,
Declan
I think.
Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. We have Declan Rice. He's amazing. As we all know how good it is for West Ham. Calvin Phillips. I think this guy is definitely a force to be reckoned with. I think he has done really, really great in the season as well. Jordan Henderson from Liverpool, obviously no surprises right there. Liverpool's captain. And Jude Bellingham. Interesting pick actually. What do you think, Harry?
Yeah, I mean, Jude Bellingham, to be honest, I think is a great pick. He's young. He's only 17, I think, 17 or
Yep.
18. But he's playing already at the top level for Borussia Dortmund in the league, in the Champions League as well. And he's doing well as well for them. He's a starting player for Borussia Dortmund in Champions League at 17. So that tells me he's got real good quality. And England are not really spoiled for central midfielders. They don't have really very many.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's a great selection, and he's the future of England in that position. So I think it's a good choice
But
taking him.
Harry, do you think Gareth Southgate is going for a more daring approach now, having such a young player like Jude Bellingham to come into the squad, in the Euros? Is he planning to take a risk compared to what he did in the World Cup and so on and so forth? Do you think he's ready for a different challenge now? Picking these young players that could possibly, give a good promise. If they can actually keep up, or would you think it's actually something that he should have considered differently?
No,
In
I
the
think
squad.
he's spot on here, man. Jude Bellingham. The thing is, he may be young, but he's
Hmm.
outstanding, and he's proving it at the top level, right? He's playing game week in, week out for Dortmund. So,
Yep.
if you're just going on merit, and don't look at age, just look at merit, right? If you're good
Yep.
enough, you're old enough, and Jude Bellingham is good enough. He's fantastic. He's probably one of the best midfielders that England have, even at that age. So, rightfully selected. Yeah, Southgate is being bold with some selection. He's picking a lot of. I mean, if we go through a squad later, he's picked a lot of young and a lot of attacking
Yep.
players, which is good. He's going forward. He's not just thinking defensively. He's thinking about
Yep.
dominating the ball, hopefully, which is good because England have a lot of good attacking young talent.
And great. Speaking about attacking young talent, Hari, why don't you walk us through to the strikers now, the forward players? I
Yeah,
can see there's quite a big selection, quite a good one as well.
yeah. Before I get to a very quick mention, Jordan Henderson, man. Thankfully, he's fit enough to to make the squad now. Even though he's been
Mhm.
injured for the last 2 3 months, Liverpool's captain. I think he's England's vice captain as well. I think he's a very
Mhm.
important figure in the dressing room. He will add a lot of experience there as well, and even in big games at the Euros, he's got the experience, he's got the energy, the athleticism, and he's a good leader on the pitch. In terms
Yep.
of his voice is such. So I think great that he can make it. I think it's good for England. In the forward line, yeah, very interesting picks, man, Ram. So listen,
Mhm.
they've gone with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Which is basically a backup to Harry Kane. Everyone knows. He's
Yep.
gone with Harry Kane, of course,
Of
who's going
course.
to be the England's captain and top number 9. And then Phil Foden, brilliant
Yo,
selection.
absolutely
Uh,
love that guy, man.
yeah, he's the best young English player
Yep.
out there, probably the best playmaker out there, together with Mason Mount, actually, because I think Mason Mount
Yep.
is top class. And I'm very glad
Yep.
he selected this guy, Jack Grealish. To me,
Oh,
Jack Grealish
yes.
to me, Jack Grealish is outstanding. He's got the potential to be a world beater, this guy, whenever I watch him play. And he reminds me a lot about Paul Gascoigne, the way
Yeah,
he
he
plays.
does. He does. He
So for
does. He
me,
does.
he is the outstanding player that is picking, the ace in the pack. And he
Yep.
could make
Yep.
big difference for them. So I'm glad he selected him. He's
Mhm.
gone with Marcus Rashford, of course, will play.
Mhm.
Bukayo Saka is another great selection, man.
Great selection. Yep.
Saka, very versatile, outstanding young player for Arsenal. He can play left of out in the front three. He can play right in the front
He
three.
can play left back as
He
well.
can play left back. He can play
Left
a
back.
left wing
Yep.
back if they play three as well at the back. So I think
Yep.
he's such a versatile player, and you need versatile players in the squad. So I think
Mhm.
great selection. Probably won't start, but really
Ah.
good selection for the squad. And then he's gone with Jadon Sancho and Raheem Sterling. I think no surprises there. Sterling hasn't had a good year, but he's still one of
Mhm.
the best players for England
Mhm.
in the attacking line. And then Jadon Sancho, who's I think another really brilliant young prospect for England, and he's been outstanding for Borussia Dortmund as well. So
Wow.
great attacking players, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you had to pick a starting lineup, Ram, who would you go for? I mean, let's forget the rest of the team. Strikers in the front three. Let's say they go three in the forward
Hmm.
line. Who would you go with?
I'll go with, of course, Harry Kane in the middle, down the middle.
Yeah,
I will go with Jack Grealish on the left hand side,
yep.
and I will put Jadon Sancho on the right.
Interesting.
I
Jack
know you're going to
Grealish.
ask me how come I didn't pick Marcus Rashford to start.
Yep,
I mean, look, I mean, his goal scoring form lately has not been up to par. I
yep.
mean, he has not been performing in the last few games. So I think a bit of competition to actually get a chance to be, in the squad. He needs to work hard for it. So I think that will be quite interesting as well. So yeah, Jack
You know what?
Grealish.
Let's do something
Yep.
different. You know what? Let's take it a
Yeah.
step further. Instead of let's pick your starting 11 for England.
Oh, okay. We're doing
Quick
that
one,
again.
yeah, quick one from this squad. Really quick, on the top of your head.
Okay. Okay, I still have trust in Jordan Pickford. I think he's a great goalkeeper. That's
Yep,
how I feel. I would have gone with on the right hand side, Trent definitely for sure. Harry Maguire because I don't have a choice. Okay, and I would keep him with I would keep him with. I prefer Tyrone Mings compared to John Stones.
okay,
So I'm going to stick with him, and of course Luke Shaw on the left hand side.
yep,
For the midfield, let's see. I will go with Declan Rice, of
yep.
course, Mason Mount, uh, Jordan Henderson.
Okay, so four. You're playing
Yeah,
three in
these
the middle,
three.
yeah.
Yep,
In
yep.
the forward,
Forward,
forward.
I
You
will
told me.
go. Yeah. I'm going to go with Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, and Jadon Sancho. That's how I feel.
Ooh,
Yep,
so Foden on the bench.
Yeah, Foden on the bench because I think Foden just has this thing, when he comes off the bench,
Yeah.
there's a spark in him, he just lights up the entire place because he really wants to be in the starting lineup, we know that, but time and time again, how many times have you seen him become a super sub, coming on, scoring goals and performing really, really well. So I think it is a mouth-watering lineup. And of course, don't
I
forget the bench. The bench is equally as good as well. So yeah.
I think that's a really good team, man. So I'll go very quickly with mine as well, man. I would go with Jordan. Actually, I'm not a fan of Jordan Pickford, so I'm going to go, and I can't go with Dean Henderson. I'm not the biggest fan of Dean Henderson as well, actually. I'll probably go with, you know what? Actually, I'll go with Dean Henderson. I'll go with Dean Henderson instead of Jordan Pickford because I think he's still better than Pickford, and I think Johnston doesn't have the experience at international level. So I'll go with Henderson. I will go with Trent Alexander-Arnold, of course, on the right. I'm going to play with the back four as well. I will then go in the middle. I'm not a fan of Harry Maguire, so I'll go with John Stones and I will go with Tyrone Mings.
Okay, fair
Okay,
enough. Mm-hmm.
John Stones, Tyrone Mings. At left back, I will go with Ben Chilwell.
Okay.
And then in the middle of midfield, I will go with my three in the middle: Declan Rice, Mason Mount, Jordan Henderson, same as you.
Yep.
In the forward line, Harry Kane, for sure. I will then go with Jack Grealish because I just love Jack Grealish. Nothing against Phil Foden, but I love Jack Grealish. So I think he plays. And then it's a toss-up between, for me, Jadon Sancho or Raheem Sterling. And based on current form, I will go with Sancho. So
Oh, same as me
Sancho,
as
Kane,
well.
and Grealish. Yeah. So even the top three are the same as you. Yep, man. That's our
So
team.
yeah.
Guys, listen,
Yep.
tell us what your starting lineup would be. Tell us if there are any surprises, anyone left out of the team you feel should have gone on the plane. And then, please tell us what your starting lineup would be as well for England.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to hear from you.
Yep.
Hari. Let's the people need to know that it's 12. It's almost 1 a.m. in Malaysia. And
Yep.
we're doing this because we love the game, and of course, you guys as well. I'm sure you are eager to know the news, and we are here in the Plot Malaysia giving you the latest updates because that's what we
That's
want to do.
precisely what we're here for, to give you the latest updates and keep you up to speed with breaking news. So, Ram. Awesome,
Yep.
man. It's been a great show, guys. Leave your comments,
Awesome.
leave your starting lineup below as well, and and subscribe for the guys who haven't subscribed to the Plot Malaysia as well.
Yep, absolutely. So before we end the show, let me just remind you once again that this episode is brought to you by Planet Health with the product known, of course, Mitwana with the mudback, rosemary and green apple. So if you want to make a purchase on this, look at the descriptions below. The link is there. Click on the link, fill out the form, and you stand a chance to win cash prizes. So signing off from the Plot, guys. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans. And guys, please tune in for our very special 30th episode with none
Yes.
other than Malaysian footballing legend Shabi Singh
Shabby
tomorrow.
Singh. Yes,
Cheers, Ram.
absolutely. Cheers, Hari. It's been a pleasure. See
Good
you
night.
again.
Good
Take
night.
care. Good night.
Cheers.
Bye bye.